Hey guys, and welcome to a special Halloween Thundershort episode. In this episode we take a look at what I've been up to in the world of gaming for the last 2 weeks or so. We start this episode off by checking out some Gameboy Advance pickups and playing on the PSP Go for the very first time. I've been postponing this episode because of construction sounds, but I couldn't postpone it any longer. We're in construction 24/7 here because they're building 2 new houses right in front of our door. So, might as well, right?
Shane came over with some Game Boy Advance pickups and we tried Metabots, Super Mario and V-Rally via the Retron 5. It's turning out to be a GBA game test center. The PSP Go is a beautiful little device and a rarer and smaller edition of the PSP. We played it via component on the TV and it performs really well. I was a DS guy during the PSP days and now I wonder why. It probably still has to do with my PS2 experience. Disk read error everywhere.
I also met up with my old friend Funky Steve in Zwolle and we played a lot of Sega Saturn games.
So much of Steve's collection is a reflection of my own youth. We went to art school together and are planning a podcast series where we talk about games, comics, music and pop culture. But today I'm here to play some Japanese Saturn. I got a tour of the classics and we played a lot of fighters obviously. Virtua Fighter is a classic, but I need more practice with the timing. Vampire Hunter by Capcom really spoke to the Street Fighter fan in me. I really love the D-pad on the Saturn controller by the way. We had a game-packed afternoon and we'll pick up where we left off really soon.
After my father passed in January of this year, I chose to remain with my mother at my parents' house. And we have had a lot of spare rooms since and didn't really know what to do with them. We made one of those rooms into a little project. And it's turning out to be a second game room, recording room / gym. And there's been some cool new additions to it.
Because of refurbishing and modification plans, I needed space to store these consoles, accessories and tools. A while back Shane and I bought 7 Famicoms to refurbish and here you see a few of them. I also went and did a thing. I bought a Sega Genesis because I want to have that 60 Hz experience and I absolutely love the look of it too. My recent pickups include some Sega games as well, like Jurassic Park, Indiana Jones and Super Thunderblade. The Kirby ball game was a birthday present from Steve. I really wanted to showcase and unbox this toy however. It's a 3D Tetris brain teaser puzzle. Great for your desk, parties or for display with some LED lights. This was just one of those things that had to come home.
What you got there, Leroy? She asked him all the time.
Every October we decorate the house in Halloween style. Halloween isn't that big in Holland, aside from the "Hi, I'm Batman, you look really fine in that leather catsuit," kind of thing. We've been celebrating since I was a kid, but hey, we were always a bit different.
My favorite horror game is Grim Fandango. And granted, it's not really a horror game, but it's the perfect setting for Halloween. It takes place in the land of the dead.
When he broke up with her, she was reaching for the gun. No one in our history could ever block her son. And he's glad he never told where he hit the gun.
My favorite horror movie is Evil Dead 2, hands down. And why? Well, I'll let Jack's black character from the movie High Fidelity tell you all about that.
But in your opinion, would I definitely go?
How the fuck am I supposed to know? Probably.
Why?
Because it's a brilliant film. It's so funny and violent, and the soundtrack kicks fucking ass.
All right.
I don't think so.
There's something out there. It lives out in those woods. In the dark. Something that's come back from the dead.
One of the scariest things to me is isolation. And there's one game series who excels at conveying this feeling. The Metroid series. I've been playing Metroid Dread for the last 4 or 5 days non-stop. I'm 6 bosses in, 5 Emmys in, and even though it's been kicking my ass, it's been inspiring me to get over myself and do the work that's necessary to progress, and I couldn't be more grateful for the whole process. It's already turning me into a better gamer and I'm loving every minute of it.
Time to put on those big boy pants. In the 2 weeks leading up to the release of Metroid Dread, I started playing Super Metroid again to prepare myself. That haunting music late at night, playing on my SNES, it was perfect. But not as perfect as what I was about to play. Yes, I think Dread is a perfect game. There is no game that has managed to draw me in like this in recent years. There are a lot of different abilities that you unlock and it can be daunting to remember them all. But if you start to put them to use in some boss fights or to get hidden items, you get a special feeling. What's that? Accomplishment. After each boss, Emmy or unlocked item, I had a big hell yeah moment and a sense of pride. The game doesn't tell you where to go, but it doesn't leave you completely hanging either. If you follow the way of logic, you will naturally progress through the game. That being said, at about a third of the game I was stuck for 90 minutes backtracking in the wrong direction. But even in those 90 minutes I managed to find some hidden missile tanks which would benefit me immensely in the next boss fight. I could sit here and talk about this game all day, all week, all year even. But instead I'm going to thank you all for watching and I'll leave you with me trying to raise a harvester on Rainbow Road. Stay shiny guys!
Beyond the prairies far away,
beneath a palm tree, so they say, there stood an Indian chief one day.
there he sat spied a pretty maiden of a copper shade, and as we gazed, she drooped her head
to hide her cheek with blushes red while in